please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for getting latest updated video. Hello everyone, my name is Bhavesh Parmar and I am going to teach you the information technology subject. So before starting our actual syllabus, let me take the introduction of our IT course. So generally our IT course is designed by state board and it offer 100 marks and the marking dividation is 80-20. Means if we consider the theory point of view, it is for 80 marks and 20 marks is reserved for practicals. So these practicals are called skill oriented program. So in theory we have to study 4 different lessons and in practical session we have to study 4 different concepts. These concepts are related with practicals, but if you see the textbook from skill oriented program point of view, there are 6 different concepts they are mentioned, but the most of the thing, if we see from science point of view, these 4 points are essential to study for 11th standard point of view, because the 11th standard book is common for all streams, that is arts, commerce as well as science. So what they are trying to do, they are trying to club all the syllabus together, so that's why they can easily study it. So guys, let me move to our first concept, that is theory. So in this theory section we have to study 4 different lessons. So our first lesson is basics of information technology. So in this lesson we are going to study what do you mean by IT, information technology means what, definition, what are its advantages, limitations are there, drawbacks of IT, then nowadays how it play very important role, how it is essential in our day-to-day life. Thereafter we have to study the definition of computer, block diagram of computer, then we are also going to study what do you mean by Linux operating system and how we are going to familiar by Linux operating system. So these basic things we are going to study in this first lesson. Then we move on to our next lesson, introduction to DBMS. Now DBMS means what? Database management system. So widely in this lesson we have to study means when we used data and how can we store the data in a computer system, and that huge quantity of data, how can we manage it. So these are the different things that we are going to study in this DBMS lesson. Now thereafter we have to study very interesting concept, and the name of concept is impressive web designing. So in that case we have to study how to design a website, how to design a web page, which language supports to draw various programs, and it also helpful to write interesting programs. So that's why user can design a website using that programming concept. Okay, then the last concept, it is very crucial from computer user point of view. We are the computer literates and we also related with internet and all the things. So that's why the most important concept is cyber law. Nowadays we heard that so many online frauds happen with the person because there are some illiteracy or they are unaware about those things. So what do you mean by cyber law, how it is beneficial from computer point of view, user point of view, and which precautions we have to be taken while we are using this social media sites or e-commerce websites, or while we are going to post any kind of material on internet things. So in this way they are going to design the syllabus by using these 4 separate lessons. So if we see the question paper structure, so our theory divided in 80 marks, so that 80 marks bifurcation is into 8 separate questions. So if we move our first question is based on fill in the blanks and it takes for 10 marks. Our question number 2 is state true or false. It also take 10 marks. Then question number 3, select one correct alternative, means it is a MCQ type question. So in that case, the weightage is 10 marks. Question number 4, again multiple choice, single correct answer. It also carry 10 marks. Then our next question, that is question number 5, select two correct alternative. So it is also MCQ type question, but in that, what is the difference between single MCQs and multiple MCQs? In two correct answer, they provides us approximately 6 different options. Okay. Then next question is select 3 correct alternative. So in that case, they are try to provide you 2 different questions. So in that 2 questions, you have to select any 3 answers, but in that case they provides you approximately 6 options. So out of these 6 options, we can select any 3 options. Got it, guys? Then thereafter, next sub question is rearrange the following. So in that case, what happen, guys? They try to provide you 2 separate questions, means especially it is related with practicals. So they try to provide you 2 separate programs, but the sequence of that program is in different fashion. So what to do? You have to see the proper structure of that program and you have to arrange its correct sequence. So if we see our online examination point of view, they provide you 2 questions and weightage of this question is 4 marks. Okay. Then if we move to our question number 7, so in that case, it is totally a theoretical question. In that case, you have to suppose to write down the answer of 3 separate questions. These 3 questions are divided into small answers and broad answers. Means you have to write down the answer in brief. That the marking scheme is 2 marks, 4 marks and 4 marks. Means one short answer question that may be asked on definitions, and 2 lengthy brief questions are there. So you have to write down their answer in detail. And the last question is question number 8. So in that question, we have to write down the actual program. Means they are trying to provide you the working area, and in that area you have to write down the exact program. And especially the program is based on HTML as well as JavaScript. So you are supposed to write down both the programs. And if you see the structure of online examination is almost similar to our MSCIT exam. Means we can change the answer multiple times, but after changing that answer, we need to submit that answer. Okay. When we try to submit, click on submit button, then it will submit the answer on server side. And we can also change so many times according to our convenience. But once if you give up the exam, all the answer get submitted and your examination will be closed. Got it, guys? So these are the regarding from theory point of view, and we also make the practice on computer to solve online examination questions. Okay. Now we move on to our practical session. So in practical session, we have to study 4 different concepts. First of all, LibreOffice. So what do you mean by, guys, LibreOffice? LibreOffice is somewhat similar to our MS Office, Microsoft Office. Means in Microsoft Office, we already studied Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, MS Access. Okay. So same thing we are going to study in LibreOffice. Especially they try to provide you 6 different kinds of application. So according to our convenience, we can use any one of the application in LibreOffice. Then the most important concept is HTML5. So by using HTML5 programming, we can program or we can design the web pages that helps to create websites and multiple interactive web pages. Okay, so we have to perform approximately 5 to 6 practical programs on this HTML5. Then we have to study client-side scripting using JavaScript. So first of all, guys, we need to try to understand what do you mean by scripting and what do you mean by client-side scripting, what do you mean by server-side scripting. So these concepts will be more clear in this JavaScript practical session. And the last one is DBMS. So in theoretical we have to study introduction to DBMS and how these tables and queries are managed by SQL. So we have to study writing simple queries in DBMS. So if we see the weightage of practical, it is for 20 marks, and if we see the structure of theory, it carry 80 marks. So in this fashion, our information technology subject is full for 100 marks. Is that clear, guys? So this is our introductory part. So we are going to start our actual syllabus from next session. Thank you.